Hey, what's up everybody? This is the Lenovo Yoga 6. It's equipped with a Ryzen 7 5700U CPU, which is pretty darn efficient, even though it can turbo up to 4.3 gigahertz. It has 8 cores and 16 threads. You can also get this Yoga 6 at closer to $800 with a Ryzen 5 5500U, which is just a little bit slower, has 6 cores instead of 8, 12 threads instead of 16. Now, every model that you can purchase has soldered RAM. So 8 gigs or 16, make sure you know what you want. It's not replaceable. What is replaceable is the storage. It comes in 256 or 512 configured by Lenovo. Otherwise, you can just replace it. Every single unit has the same display, which is a 13.3-inch glossy, just want to emphasize the word glossy, touchscreen with Dolby Vision at 300 nits. The resolution is 1920 by 1200p. Okay, you do get a 1080p full HD webcam. We'll take a look at that. Otherwise, that's everything that you have from Lenovo on this device. Now, first impressions, you probably saw that video. If not, very good. I thought it was a nice, efficient CPU, not the fastest thing in the world. And I was excited to test out the battery life, which of course I did. And I got about 10 hours on my video test. I think it was 10 hours and 30 something minutes, but it was a looping YouTube video test at 1080p, brightness at half and volume at 40%. Did very well relative to other laptops, which most of the Intel-based Windows machines that I've done that video test on, they tend to get something closer to 7 hours, 7.5 hours of those new 12 series CPUs. They're not super good from Intel as far as efficiency goes, but they're powerful, which is neat. Okay, let's talk about what makes this thing awesome. So this is very good if you're a student, it's back to school time, or maybe you're a grown-up, right? But you want something that is not a workhorse, right? Good battery life, not very expensive, and it has good I/O. And that's what this is. It's a value laptop. There's a lot packed in here. It's not perfect, of course, but there are some things about this that I think are better than more expensive laptops. Like, for example, this is the $2,000 to $4,000 Lenovo X1 Carbon Gen 10, and I would rather grab this Yoga 6 because I love this fabric on the top. And you know what? This Carbon, which I just got in for review, you may be wondering why I have a second one. I did a review a few months ago. This is a new one from Lenovo to test out the battery life now. But anyhow, this doesn't get any fingerprints. That one does, right? And this has this cool blue finish that I think is awesome. They call it dark teal. Looks really cool. But anyhow, let's dive in. So this fabric is only on the top, you'll notice, but the rest of the device has this cool teal that's just nice and beautiful. It has this, and doesn't attract fingerprints whatsoever, has this nice rounded design around all the corners, which I think is just lovely. Weighs 3.0 pounds, so it's not heavy at all, and it's just right in that perfect space, I think, of balance, right? It's not so thin that it feels like it's going to crack in half, and it's not too heavy that you can't tote it around the house. Plus, having that fabric helps you grip the device. And I mean, I feel way more confident walking around my house with this than I do with my MacBook Pro 14, which is also like twice the price. So if it falls, it's a big problem. Okay, on the right-hand side, we have a micro SD card slot, 2 USB-A ports, and a power button. USB-A, of course, the more common device for mice these days and keyboards. So if you want to put any external peripherals in, you're going to be super happy about that. 2 USB-C ports, an HDMI port, and a full-size or a regular freaking headphone jack, full-size HDMI. Okay, now when you open this thing up, it does power on right away, which is a Lenovo Vantage feature. So you can go into Lenovo Vantage and disable that if you want to make sure that it doesn't accidentally turn on if you just sort of pop the lid a little bit. That is not a problem that I've had, but if that's your thing, you can do that in Lenovo Vantage software. It's pre-installed. You'll notice all the stickers and badging. If I owned this laptop, I would remove the stickers, but this was sent to me by Lenovo for review. A pretty big trackpad. I mean, not bad at all, and it feels great. I mean, you've got a glass trackpad in an $800 laptop that you can just walk into Best Buy and pick up. That is wonderful. No fancy haptics or anything. I think we're still another year or two away from Lenovo implementing that. That's just my speculation. I don't know anything specific. But anyhow, this feels really good, and it matches the overall design, which is great. Now, it's probably not coming through, but the keyboard is backlit, and one of the cool things about having a backlit keyboard against this teal color is that it looks awesome. So props, Lenovo, props. Lenovo badging on the right, fingerprint reader, so there is no facial recognition for login. You got to use your fingerprint or the PIN codes. You get the full keyboard experience from Lenovo here with 2 front-facing speakers. There's also speakers, no, there are no bottom-firing speakers on this model. Okay, wild. So on the Yoga 9 series, which is like the big brother of this laptop, you get a rotating soundbar in the middle, so you get this more immersive audio experience. But, you know, you don't have that here, but it costs $500-600 less at the bottom end, so that's how it is. It is a 2-in-1 with really tight hinges, so you're not going to have that one finger opening experience. You try to open it and the whole thing just does a backflip. So it's a 2-hander, which is not the end of the world, right? It's just, you know, something you got to do if you want to open it up. But you get the conveniences of the 2-in-1, so you can lay the display all the way down if you want to. It's kind of hard to show, but there is this ergo lift that happens as well. So the bottom of the laptop does prop up a little bit as the display comes down, but it has to come down quite a bit in order for that to activate. Then you can just flip it all the way around and use this for pen input. Lenovo does carry active pens, and I'm going to test this Logitech Crayon for the first time live on camera. I don't know, it was just laying around. I thought maybe I'd give it a shot, and I'm on my second take of this video, so here we go. Let me see if it works. But first, I need to log in. This is a very glossy display, folks. It's on, well, it was on max brightness. Let me double check. That may have changed, but man, what is up, Windows? Constantly, yeah, max brightness. So it's rated for 300 nits. It doesn't feel like 300 nits to me, but you know, the point is, however many nits there are, this thing in front of a mirror, or sorry, a window rather, and on a sunny day is just too much. All right, so your Logitech Crayon's not gonna work, not the end of the world. There are active pens from Lenovo. They're $40-50, not super expensive. Then you can use it for pen input. If I had one lying around, I would, but unfortunately I don't. Opening Word takes under 3 seconds, so it passes my test. And I mentioned battery life was quite good. Oh my gosh, Microsoft, just make Office free. What are we doing? Okay, now opening up your browser, also pretty fast. Nothing crazy here. Let's open up the GWW. Keyboard, baby. The GWW.com. You're still on Windows 11, so it's not gonna rock your world when it comes to the tablet type experience. This is definitely still a laptop for people who use it for traditional laptop things like typing and using Word in a browser. Here we go, look, the Lenovo Legion 5 Pro giveaway. Yeah, that's a giveaway that I'm running. Originally I was thinking when we hit 4,000 subscribers on the channel, but this is going so slowly. I'm just dying to get this laptop out of my office, so I think I'm gonna make it 3,200 subscribers, so we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, so $800 to $1,000 depends on configuration. You get a long battery life, decent performance. Okay, chill. You get good sound as well. I should mention this does come with THX built in. Let's see if it's actually gonna open for me this time. Sometimes I open the wrong one, it takes me to the website. But anyhow, yeah, very well done by Lenovo. Oh, camera, almost forgot. Let's take a look at the webcam. No, go away. So that's me, hi. And this looks really good, especially for an $800 to $1,000 laptop. If you don't really get anything that good, even in the $1,200 to $1,500 space, it's really unfortunate. But anyhow, yeah, so there you go. Yoga 6, good device, really awesome fabric on the top, helps it stand out. And if you're looking to pick this up, you can get it from Lenovo.com directly. Thanks to Lenovo for sending it over. And I'll find somewhere else to buy it too if you want to buy it from a big box retailer. And I'll put that link in the description if I can find it. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.